So, can anybody read this text message? For those who are not tech savvy and text speak, the message says, laughing out loud, it was great to see you too, but oh my gosh, gotta go talk to you later. Texting has definitely come a long way with phrases as simple as LOL to more complicated phrases like OOTD, which, by the way, myself personally didn't know what that meant for like a year. I finally had to look it up to know that it meant outfit of the day. We all use shorthand every now and then, and it has been increasingly hard not to use the fast shorthand text phrases because let's be honest, who would want to read or write a 4-page text message? Even though when texting first became popular, only 160 characters were allowed, texting has evolved in such that you are allowed to write more than 160 characters, but people still feel the need to use abbreviations, especially middle school age children or tweens for short, no pun intended. From doing extensive research on texting affecting tweens, today I will be discussing how abbreviations are being used in other contexts, decline in communication skills, and if there really is a solution. Let's begin with abbreviations. We all know that young minds are very influential, and 9 out of 10 and kids 9 out of 10 imitate what they see at home. Parents today use text speak more than we think in order to relate to their kids, and the kids in return are using those abbreviations with their friends and even in their work. According to an article from Penn State University, a Penn State undergraduate and a professor in the communications department did a study with a local middle school to assess the kids' grammar and detail their texting habit. The study showed that not only was there a decline in grammar scores, but also sending and receiving text adaptations were associated with how poorly they perform on the test. By tweens using shortcuts, typical punctuation, capitalization of words, and sentence structures are all being ignored, leading to the deterioration of grammar skills. Now, not only are abbreviations replacing regular words, but there's also an overall decline in communication. Text message and even social media has taken over our daily lives. A majority of us use texting for any and everything. I even text my supervisor if I'm going to be late or if I'm not going to come to work at all. Texting has become the norm, and people forget that we can communicate in other ways such as phone calls and face-to-face interaction. Because of the decline in other forms of communication, when texting, there is a potential that the receiver misunderstood what was sent, which could be problematic sometimes. Someone writing in all caps might indicate that they're mad when in fact that's just how they write. There's also a lack of privacy. Text can easily be shared with others, which can be damaging and embarrassing, especially to the sender. Even on social media like Facebook, information can be easily received, or you can simply screenshot like with the smartphones and send it to someone else. Overall, there really is no solution, but there are some things that can be done to prevent texting to be used in other contexts. Like parents can influence their kids by not using so much shorthand phrases when texting and make their kids be aware and accountable when they're using too much text speech. Teachers can also educate students on the proper use of contractions like using do not instead of don't when writing essays and such. The positive side of texting, though, is that it is a great way to communicate for people with disabilities, to communicate effectively. So in conclusion, today we discussed how abbreviations are being used in other contexts, causing poor grammar skills, a decline in overall communication skills, and ways to reduce text speed. Texting doesn't have to always be a negative aspect in our lives. Texting and proper grammar can go hand in hand like PB&J if less abbreviations are being used and people are being accountable and flexible with their writing. Thank you.